Professor Mukherjee, was Netaji denied his due by the Congress all these years? Your response?
Yeah, as you said in the very beginning, that is the Prime Minister doing it as part of a political strategy. I have no doubt that that is what it is. If you want to honor somebody, one should and one must honor Netaji. But it doesn't, the motivation seems to be to attack the opponent, that why didn't you do it, when did you do it? The motivation for the last several years, a motivation which unfortunately even a learned person like Vikram Sampath is encouraging, is to try and show as if Nehru and Netaji were at each other's throat, and somehow Nehru was hiding documents and doing this, that and the other. I mean, this is not history. This is really unacceptable. And now raising questions like this, whether he died on the plane crash or not, I mean, even his daughter, his wife, everybody accepts that Nehru was one of his closest friends was Subhash Bose. Bose was there at Kamla's death on Nehru's side. There is a room in Subhash Bose's house still today, which is called the Nehru's room, you know, because Nehru would always go and stay there. I mean, there is umpteen evidence of this. Now to now use this to try and denigrate, to attack the Gandhiji and Nehru because they had differences of opinion, is again totally ahistorical. I mean, Bose would have been most upset with this. I mean, do remember that while on the one hand, Gandhi calls Bose prince among patriots, and both Nehru and Gandhi repeatedly talk of Bose's tremendous ability to keep the Indian people together on the basis of communal harmony, the Hindus and Muslims, etc. You know, these are things that nobody is talking about. What you're talking about is who built this statue, did you do this, did you do that? I mean, I grew up in Delhi, and you know, there is a Netaji Nagar, there is Netaji Subhash Marg, there is Netaji Subhash Place, there is a Netaji Subhash statue in the Netaji Subhash Park right next to Red Fort, which is in terrific disrepair under this current government, etc. Nothing is done about that. But you want to put up a hologram, and then you want to blame everybody else, denigrate the national movement, and turn the tallest of our leaders into some kind of horrors. I mean, this is totally unacceptable. Wasting time of historians. We should be studying history. We should, and not be debating issues like this at a time when half our population is starving, when our children are starving, when there is malnutrition, when there is unemployment. All we can do, Rajdeep, on your show is discuss a non-issue like this.
You know, the fact, sir, just a minute.
To misuse history.
Just a minute.
You said,
I have listened to you patiently, and both of you, while you said non-issue, why am I raising it? It's not me. It's the Prime Minister of the country who has now decided that this is he has made it an issue. He is the one who unveiled the hologram. There will be a statue there. He is in fact saying 23rd of January will be celebrated at Parakram Divas, and Republic Day celebrations will start from the 23rd. I just want to know, Professor Mukherjee, one response that I wanted clarity on. Do you accept that the left, for example, the United Communist Party in the 40s saw Netaji as an imperial agent, that post-47, the Congress and indeed the Nehru government was accused of spying on Netaji's family to that extent? Do you agree that because of the obsession of the Congress party, maybe even the post-Nehru Congress, with the Gandhi-Nehru family, the likes of Netaji and even Sardar Patel perhaps lost out a bit? Do you concede that?
This is the mythology that has been spread by the BJP. I mean, just as they spread the mythology of they being nationalists. They call themselves Hindu nationalists, so all we start calling them nationalists. People who were known throughout our national movement as loyalists and communalists are now nationalists. Similarly, this mythology that everybody else has been neglected. Who has been neglected? As I said, again, if you look at in Delhi, they said nobody's name is mentioned. There is Lajpat Nagar, Sarojini Nagar, Lakshmi Bai Nagar, Naroji Nagar, Netaji Nagar, Kidwai Nagar, Khan Market about with Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Chitranjan Park, BC Pal Bhavan. I mean, just name it. Ramakrishna Mission, R.K. Puram, you know, Mukherjee Nagar. Even there, people are honored. S.P. Mukherjee College, you know, Subramania Bharati Nagar, you know. So what is this? Again, as I said, that using history for wrong purposes.
Right.
Let us celebrate we've had, we haven't had not only Nehru and Gandhi, we've had, 100-year-long struggle. We've had great people in it. Let's celebrate all of them.